Lifting mechanism assembly. Warning: this video is intended as a training support only. It does not substitute the installation instruction manual that came with the cover. In any case of discrepancy, the installation manual always prevails. This section will guide you through the steps to properly install the mechanism that raises and lowers the spout cover. Put the motor frame in place, usually to the back of the hot tub entrance. The standard model requires the motor frame to be on the short side of the Kavana cover, whereas the long side model requires the motor frame to be on the long side of the Kavana cover. Be careful, the steps that follow are site-specific. The left and right sides are presently illustrated and the rest of the video will use this reference. For the left side post assembly, use one of the two jacks and assemble it with a footplate. Make sure the U-frame fixation part of the footplate is oriented toward the right. Slide the alignment brackets of the foot in the alignment slots of the jack. Push upwards to lock in the post foot. Ensure full contact is made along the bottom. Use the two 1/4 inch by 2 1/4 inch screws and nuts to fasten the assembly. Do not over-tighten these screws. The mechanism may bend inwards as a result. It is important to respect the assembly orientation of the hardware. Repeat the same procedure for the right-hand non-motor side, putting the foot bracket on the left side. Posts will fall easily when placed upright. Secure the posts by laying them down before proceeding with next step. Slide the drive shaft over the square shaft located at the bottom of the left motor side jack. Position the jack in the remaining corner of the Kavana cover. The square shaft at the bottom of the jack should face toward the motor frame, and the U-frame bracket should be inwards. Move the jack assembly to the drive shaft, align it and slide it in. If the alignment is not perfect, tilt the jack until it fits. Make sure the drive shaft is fully installed before proceeding further in the installation process. Using the jack without the drive shaft being properly connected may cause injury. Install the long, aluminum U-frame over the drive shaft and ensure the holes lines up with both jack assemblies. Fasten the U-frame in place using two 5/16 inch by 2 inch screws, 2 nuts and 4 plastic washers per side. Repeat the same process for the opposite side. Align one unpainted metal coupler with the holes on each end of the front frame cut out. Use the 1/4 inch by 3/4 inch screws and nuts to fasten both unpainted metal couplers. Fasten a short U-frame to each end of the front frame cut out. Use two 5/16 inch by 2 inch screws, 2 nuts and 4 washers per side. Install the entire assembly between the front posts. Install the U-frame on both posts using two 5/16 inch by 2 inch screws, 2 nuts and 4 washers per side. Verify whether the drive shafts fell off during installation. If so, redo the previous steps. If not, tighten all U-frame screws. Failure to verify the drive shafts installed could result in the non-motor side jacks elevating on their own. Once the U-frames are installed, the jack lock screw located at the top of non-motor side jacks can now be removed safely. Set the screw aside. If your jack is not equipped with the locking screw on top, follow these instructions instead. The jack lock bracket located at the bottom of non-motorized side jacks can now be removed safely. Remove the M4x8mm screw. With the jack lock removed, screw back in only the screw. Keep the lock bracket and the hardware for future use. You can now remove the red paper tags that are attached to the jacks. Failure to remove this part will break the lifting mechanism. Insert the jack lock into the back of the M6 screw without screwing it in. Unscrew the 3/8 inch by 1 inch screw on the top of all 4 jack assemblies. Set these parts aside. Install the clip-on barrel nuts at the bottom of the non-motor side jack assemblies for the sleeves, using M6 by 20mm screws and washers. Only the non-motor side jack assemblies need clip-on barrel nuts installed. Do not fully screw in the M6 screws. A big gap is needed to slip on the sleeves. Slide the sleeves over all 4 jacks. Be sure to align the opening at the bottom of the sleeves with the U-frames attached. Screw in the M6 by 20mm screws at the bottom of all 4 sleeves. Be sure that the nylon washer is on the outside of the outer sleeve. Make sure the all-weather seal on each post is slid all the way down against the outer sleeve. Failing to properly position this part may cause serious damage to post mechanism. Install the 3/8 inch by 1 inch screw, with a narrow part of the bushing facing downwards for each post. Make sure that the wider part of the bushing is facing upwards when you screw in the screw. Make sure the hole in each top plate is aligned with the jack assembly's threads before installing the screw. Ensure the Kavana cover is correctly aligned with the hot tub. Use a measuring tape on all 4 sides and make sure it is still resting on the foam spacers. Verify whether all the posts are vertically leveled. You will need to verify 2 sides of each post with the level. Install the first corner bracket. Fasten the bracket to the cover with 4 M6 by 20mm screws and 4 painted metal washers. Follow the pattern shown for installing the screws. To ensure the sleeve is correctly pressed against the outer shell before screwing in the M6 by 20mm screws. Repeat the same procedure for each remaining corner bracket. Follow the order of installation illustrated. Then, use 4 number 8 by 1/2 inch screws to fasten the bracket in place. Tighten with care. Self-tapping screws can break when screwed in too hard. When fastening the bracket, we recommend pulling the post toward you for a better fit of the corner bracket. This will diminish the possible gap. Follow the pattern illustrated. Following the same pattern, fasten each corner bracket to its post. Verify the installation of the brackets by trying to lift each inner sleeve. Review the previous steps for any broken screws or to retighten screws if an inner sleeve continues to move. Install the rubber caps on all 4 posts. These caps help protect the post assembly tops from weathering.